Kevin Easy, and I hadn't done one of these in a while, so I thought I would try to do a Transformers toy thing about some of my collection. So I figured I'd pick a couple, three here exactly, that I like to customize my own. So these are customized ones. I won't get in real depth about the transformation on at least one of them. But first off, we'll go with one that I don't think gets a lot of love, but it should, and that is Warpath. Um, as a kid, I never had Warpath. So I actually like this version of him, and he's this is the series I collect. Well, Legacy I collect with the War for Cybertron, but what I like about the figures is like they're very articulated, and while he does have this parts forming gimmick here, like whereas he's got this shield, which is kind of lame, but as you can see, the original had like the just like the G1 version had white tank treads, which I ended up making. Let's see if it does focus here. I ended up blacking in, so he has like actual tank treads. You know, it still keeps some of the white there. Put a lot of silver in it. I did all the black work on his body, so he looked more like a tank than he did just a giant maroon, uh, giant maroon brick. But yeah, he's very articulated. He's got his elbows here. He's got the fists that turn. Head on a ball joint. Then you got your cannon that comes out. So you can do this tank mode or unofficial one. But I just like how he's a very compact guy. He's got these huge chunky feet, big chunky feet. And yeah, they do have like inside, but I don't really care about that. There's very few of them that I think are bad because they have some hollowness in them, and he just looks like a badass. I mean, really, like that's the thing that Warpath should be. He should be a little badass, kind of like in a way, kind of like I don't know. I don't know. He's a tank. He's a small tank, so he should have like the thing that he should be a warrior for the Autobots, but at the same time, he's a mini guy. He's just a little guy. But yeah, see if I can get him in tank mode here real quick. Okay, so here we go. Here's the vehicle mode. Now I didn't put it on fucking camera because I haven't transformed him for a while, and he's kind of a fiddly mess when you try to transform him due to the how involved the legs are. But as you can see, tank treads, and he looks more like a real tank than just being a blob of maroon with some white on the bottom. So yeah, I don't know. Warpath's a pretty good figure as far as like a figure. In both modes, he looks good, but his transformation's kind of, like I said, fiddly. So he has this, thing where he could be just kind of, and then he has his parts former piece, which is the front here. Which, if you take this off, this was his shield earlier, but it kind of holds him together. I don't know. I like this one just to the fact that Warpath was a guy I didn't have as a kid and always liked. Wow, pow, pow. Yeah, he had the onomatopoeia talking, and he's a good little robot. So next, this one here is I'm not going to transform this guy because his transformation sucks, but I like him because he's my Danzig figure. As you can see, this is Skull Grid from I think it's Legacy. Um, he's pretty cool as a figure. I just had to have him. I mean, just having skull head is just badass. He's got his little Danzig belt buckle kind of thing going on. But if you look at it, he kind of looks like the Danzig logo. I blacked in his eyes and his nose to look more. I did some the cannon work here. And then the swords is another big thing I did because I made him look like he had energon weapons, like they're kind of like on fire or they're electricity or something. And then the yellow accents on them, like the black around here I've done. And just like some of the chrome accents on him, little black parts here and there. Like I said, it's just little bits here and there. I did a little bit on the tank treads, made him like a more of a goldish color. His vehicle mode is not worth showing. I mean, it's pretty lame. He was lame in the beginning, G1. He's like a flying tank that doesn't have any fucking tank shit to it. So yeah, he's a good figure though. I mean, he looks good with his Decepticon buddies. He's got some articulations. It's cool. You know, I could make him like either he's got guns or here's he got it's a sword or a gun, depending on how you want to hold it. And he looks kind of badass. So his guns on the back come off, kind of like Tarn does in the newer ones or Megatron. He's got a little his tail. He's got a little tail. If you look at it, here I put his tail. So if you take his thing off here, he loses his tail. But there he goes. His little reptile tail. Just a little guy, little tail. But he's cool. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't buy him for. He's one of the few Transformers I bought without transformation. Like it wasn't even an issue. I just wanted his little skeleton ass sitting up there. So, lastly, we got to go to the OG guy. No Transformers collection would be complete without an Optimus Prime, and this is the best Optimus Prime I think to date ever. We'll have to see if the missing link one comes out, so if it'll be comparable. But I still like this one. I got this one with the trailer and everything. I'm not even worried about the trailer. I didn't really add that much to it. I mean, I did, but I have to dig it out. But yeah, this Prime's pretty badass. He's got waist swivel. His transformation's pretty concise. I mean, he's got like little wheels on the back. That's about it. But you can see I did the detailing on his back there too. The smokestacks, maybe that's one thing because he's got a weapon port inside of it. But he's just a good transformer all the way through. He's got, as you can see, as far as stuff I've done to him, I've done the lights in here. His belt is in. The chrome around him. This one thing I'll show you more in vehicle mode, but there's this thing was a big part. This was gray, and I did the blue on him, so he looks more like G1. He should be like I try to do what makes him look best because he was like this all the way on the sides. It's okay for the back, but his front, he should be stoic and blue. So there's that. Let's see. I did the little yellow sections in his top of his arms here. Some just bits of the mechanical stuff on the back here. Let's see what else I did. Mine's got blue eyes. I blew his eyes in. And then let's see. I post on his gun. I did. And if you I don't know if I did anything in here. What's his matrix? He's got a pretty cool transformation. I mean, I could probably do this one on video here. I'll put this over here so you can still keep looking at these guys. On the other. But as far as this goes, he takes his gun out, put it over here, and pull his arms down. I did the inside of his arms here too, so you can. And he flips his fists in, which he's just a good transformer. I swear to God, Prime should be a great transformer. He's one of the best figures of American fiction. Well, I mean Japanese American fiction, but he's Marvel Comics is the one that helped come up with the lore of Transformers. So probably why I'm a Marvel fan. I mean, I like DC too. I like Batman, but always been a Marvel guy. Okay, so on the back here, you fold this. Hold these out for one, and then these guys will fold out and this down. He's kind of cool. I mean, he's intuitive. I guess for the most part. Pull this back. You know, I like it's funny because I'll wait for a while on doing anything. This whole according out is what I like about him. He's got like a, you can see it. His inside's kind of accordion out. And that's how you get the regular truck face off of the front of it. You know, because Optimus is, it's such an iconic look to him. Like, you know, the windows being the chest part and the, you know, grill being the six pack. It's like it's hard to do him anyway. It's just from the gate he was just lightning in a bottle. You know, lightning in a bottle. And he does the things like Optimus should do, like his head should go back into his cab, you know. His arms should be the side of his cab. I forgot to fold those out. What was that? There's something I forgot to flip out. Turns around, so his truck, he flips around, which I like. Is another thing cool about him. He has that flip around feature. Oh, there's there. God damn it. There's these parts here as well as I was talking about. These right here, the sides of his abdomen. You gotta flip them back. I forget about it sometimes. He's not really fiddly though. I mean, it's just like a matter of like, I don't use the directions very often, and then I sometimes forget. I'm trying to think about them as I'm doing it, and I don't transform these before I get on camera with it. So, contrary to popular belief, I don't sit around and just play with toys all the time. Okay. All right, so we got his legs back down here. His legs hooked together. You know, gotta put, it's like, you know, just pretty much squeeze them together. Put his feet flat. Like, there you go. And push his feet down, back. Put his arms in here. I always like Transformers because I was, you know, I was born around, raised around cars. My mom and dad were car drag racers. Just, you know, those are other job. Those are hobby, whatever they did. But, almost there. Okay. So, being around cars and stuff, I like Transformers from the get go, and the fact that there were puzzles that, you know, as an adult, I don't feel as bad about getting a toy because it's a puzzle I can use to. So as far as the vehicle mode goes, what I've done on this one is side windows. I did those blue, so I also blued in the here, so it wasn't the clear stuff; it was the actual color. So it matched it, you know, made it look like a truck more. As far as the front of the cab goes, let's see here. We did the headlights in. We did the grill part here above. Once again, the bumper. So it has like a more of a truck look to it. Let's see the any of the black stuff that's on the black work on it. Like sometimes I do the like right here, this chrome here. This is the stuff I've done. The wheels. I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure if those were silver when I got it. Little bits here and there. The tail lights and the mud flaps, which also on the actual. Oh shit! I forgot to flip those up. I always forget about this part too because this is supposed to be like how he's supposed to go. These things are supposed to be up like. I always forget about them because it's like a weird part of the transformation. It's not really necessary, to so to speak, but it makes his legs look uniform, part of the body. It kind of locks him into the cab. There you go. See, there it is now. With these flaps flipped up. And there he is. Yep. Then you can take his gun, and it goes inside the trailer like the original G1 does, but it also folds up, and it fits in the back of his cab like so. So it fills it out. It's not too cumbersome looking. I mean, with the trailer on it, it's not too bad. So that is G1 looking wannabe. What is it? War for Cybertron. This is Earth. I don't know if this is Earthrise or I can't remember. It's been a while. I will say one thing about new Transformers is they're harder to break. I never really broke my Transformers when since G1. I mean, they were all in good condition when I got rid of them. I think my Optimus Prime was one of the ones that did suffer from the bumper being broken on one side of it. My G1 did, but I had him. You know, he was like very early. If you've heard me, I was talking about him in another video. This is a memory I had. But you know, I had Jetfire, and he was very. He had all of his weapons attached, all the pieces that fit on him. My brother would break his somewhat, so I had a bunch of broken ones that were Decepticons because my brother always ended up being the Decepticons, and I was always the Autobots. But that's partly due to the fact that they were the cool one. You know, Optimus Prime still to this day is probably my favorite character of all time. So, and I can kind of equate my father as Optimus Prime, and I'm the hot rod there. You know, but yeah, this is a couple here. I don't know. I'll if you guys are interested, I'll do some more later, different day of time. But that's 3 of the ones I've customized, and you can kind of see what I did to them. Thanks. Kevin Easy. You're not.